Good morning. We're going to call the July 11th Stormwater Management Committee to order. Quick roll call, please.
Brummel. Desart. Eckhoff. Evans.
Here.
Garcia.
Here.
Hinterlong. Nero.
Here.
Pojak. Elise. Tornatori. Yusuf. Zay.
Here. Okay, let's see. If physical quorum members is physically present, I will entertain a motion to permit those members not physically present due to personal illness, disability, employment purposes, or for the business of the board, family or other emergency to participate via video. Motion by member Desart, seconded by member Garcia. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Let's see, public comment. Public comment today. Bev, scarce. Good morning.
Just a couple of quick things. We had worked with the village of Wooddale and their public works, and they picked up a bunch of medallions to spread around throughout the community. We also did a drive with the village of West Chicago and the sheriff to collect medicine. There were over 200 cars there that day. We collected about 400 pounds of medicine and 360 pounds of syringes and EpiPens. So that'll keep all the water clean that we can. The Stemapalooza for the DuPage County Fair will be the end of July. We will be there July 28th through the 30th, along with Stormwater and their new river table, which I'm really excited to see. We'll be doing a bunch of exhibits, a couple of new things, a couple of regular things like the watershed models and things like that. Excuse me, things like that. We're very excited. And then the other thing is our water exhibits that were paid for by the Stormwater and DuPage Water Commission are finally done. And I think we're going to have one here at the August meeting so you guys can see, and it's really pretty cool. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Bev. That's all we have in public comment. Chairman's report. Just want to thank staff. Recent storms, even though we're in the midst of a drought, those are probably some of the worst times because of the condition of the ground, it being really hard. And then that first time everything runs off, so you get those flash floods right away. Everybody gets scared when the National Weather Service puts out flood advisories and everything else, even though we're 4 feet below the level. But we still had some areas. You said it seemed like everything north of Route 64 got a lot more rain, which right by my house, so it's perfect. But again, thank you to staff and all that, because obviously we need the rain, but when it comes down like that, it's a challenge for the runoff and everything else. So thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, and thank staff as well, and thank you to committee for all the infrastructure that you've approved in Chair Zay. We were lucky that those areas that did receive significant rainfall, we happened to have infrastructure in all of those communities, and all of that infrastructure operated. So tax dollars at work. It was great.
Great. That's all I have. Move on to approval of the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the June 6th minutes? Member Evans, second by member Desart. Any questions or corrections? Hearing none. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item 6, consent agenda. Is there a motion to combine items 6A through 6E? Member Desart, second by member Garcia. All in favor? Okay, those are combined. I'll move on. 6A 23-2193 Water Well Solutions Illinois decrease in closeout contract. 6B 23-2194 Winkler Tree and Landscaping decrease in closeout. 6C 23-2197 Village of Westmont decrease in closeout. 6D 23-2198 Hampton, Lazzini and Brenwick decrease in closeout. And 6E 23-2199 Earthworks decrease in closeout. Is there a motion? Member Garcia, second by member Tornatori. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Move on to item 7. Is there a motion on 7A 23-2242 schedule payment of claims? Moved by member Pojak, second by member Desart. Any questions on claims reports? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries. Item 8, staff reports. Any questions on the staff reports? No? Okay. Is there a motion to receive and place on file the staff reports? Member Garcia, second by member Evans. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item 9, action items. I'm going to step out on the first item, as the vice chair to take that. So,
All right, it does work better. You're right. SMP dash 0051A-20 amendment to resolution SMP 0051-20 issued to Christopher B. Burke Engineering Limited for hydraulic modeling and floodplain mapping services for the Klein Creek watershed to increase the contract total amount by $46,820, resulting in an amended contract total amount not to exceed $141,820 and extend the contract end date to November 30th, 2024. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Dave.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome.
Move on 9B. Is there a motion on SMR 69-23? Approval intergovernmental agreement between the County of DuPage and Naperville Park District, intergovernmental cooperation, available resource for partnership projects, ARPA. Motion by member Desart, second by member Garcia. Yes.
That coming back as a resolution.
Oh, your microphone. Mike.
Yeah, just curious if that comes back as a resolution, with a project and an amount with it, like all the other ones that are under this.
Thank you for your question. Actually, our staff and the staff for the Naperville Park District met and went through a series of projects that we believe are regional flood control projects. And so they'll actually be projects that stormwater management is doing on the Park District property. And so there won't need to be an official resolution for the individual funding amounts.
Okay, so they're not coming in for the money, you guys just, okay,
Correct.
very good, thank you.
And I want to thank member Desart. This was her initiative for a bunch of projects down in Naperville Park District. So member Desart, thank you. And yes. go ahead.
Yeah, so Paul, these projects are the Stanford Meadows, Brighton Ridge, and the Riverwalk downtown stormwater projects that we've been working with Park District on. And I understand that it's going for a vote for their board on Thursday night. So it's all gonna be wrapped up and then we'll get the resolution later, right?
We'll have the final resolution at county board. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries. Is there a motion on SMR 70-23 amendment to resolution SMR 294-22 for a grant agreement with the city of Wheaton for Dorset Flood Improvement Project, increase of $66,263. This is an ARPA. Moved by member Desart, second by member Evans. Any questions? I think we had talked about this a couple months ago. This is from our original ARPA projects. These are ones that came in a little over budget. So we do have some additional ARPA money that we are using to help these municipalities with those.
Correct, exactly.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item 9D, is there a motion on SMR 71-23, an amendment to resolution SMR 10-23 for a grant agreement with the Village of Hinsdale for Charleston Roads Drainage Project for an increase of $66,506. An amendment agreement not to exceed $189,151 per pipe. Member Desart, second by member Garcia. Any questions? It's the same explanation. Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. The motion on 9E, SMR 72-23, amendment to resolution SMR 923, grant agreement with the Village of Hinsdale for fifth and grant drainage project for an increase $87,480, amended amount not to exceed $199,480 ARPA. Moved by member Desart, second by member Evans. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item 9F, is there a motion on SMP 59-23, recommendation to intergovernmental agreement to the County of DuPage and Hay and Associates Professional Engineering Services to design stream bank stabilization project throughout the county, period of July 11th, 2023 through November 30th, 2024. Contract not to exceed $85,000. Member Garcia, second by member Pojek. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries. Item 9G, is there a motion on SMP 60-23? Recommendation moving to intergovernmental agreement to the County of DuPage and Engineering Resource Associates Professional Engineering Services to design drainage and stormwater and flood control improvements throughout the county, from the period of July 11th, 2023 through November 30th, 2024, contract not to exceed $200,000. Member Garcia, second by member Evans. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Last item, is there a motion on 9H, SMP 61-23, recommendation on approval of contract issued to Earthworks Land Improvement and Development Corporation for the Country Club Hills Phase 2 Drainage Project for stormwater management for a contract total not to exceed $2,699,424 per lowest responsible bid. Moved by member Desart, second by member Garcia. It's also in part by. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any old business? Member Desart.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman Zay. I have two questions. One is, all of these approvals for Country Club Highlands, Hinsdale. I know that we worked really hard to get the projects for the Naperville Park District. How do these other communities or entities, do they approach you, or does our stormwater team identify those projects?
I think the first ones were that initial grant phase that we did.
Right,
the municipalities
financially,
put
but
in.
I'm saying how are the projects identified?
Oh, they submitted proposals.
So
Correct, with
Hinsdale, for
exceptions.
example, says, hey, we've got a stormwater project here. Can you help us?
So there's two unique things. Country Club Highlands Phase 2, which is one of them that you asked about. That's actually a project in unincorporated DuPage. So that's a project that has been studied and designed by our drainage group. Our drainage group is the group that oversees unincorporated DuPage. We work alongside of the townships with that. And so that has been put forth for a number of years in the county's capital plan. And then when we realized these ARPA funds were available, we shifted all of those projects that were in the capital plan for unincorporated DuPage into ARPA funded items. The incorporated projects, as Chair Zay mentioned, those are items that each of the communities put forth in that grant program. And then this is just adjustments to the totals based on bid costs and inflation, quite
Gotcha.
honestly.
I wondered if the entities contacted us or if we contacted them with projects, but that makes sense. Thank
Okay.
you. My second question is, I believe in the scarce report, you mentioned distributing medallions. I don't know what that means.
Bob, you want to come? I think they're medallions for the sewers that say don't dump, or
Oh,
Yeah,
they're,
storm drain medallions.
okay, thank you.
we can get one and I can put a chain around it. You could wear it around.
That would be great. Thank you.
You can look stylish. That'd be.
I have one at my
I'll get
desk,
Sheila
sure.
one too. And the drainage project, that's part of that 20 million that we approved for ARPA for stormwater. We did 11 for municipalities, 9 million for us for projects we had in the hopper already. So that's part of where that came. Okay, any other questions? Okay, any other old business, any new business? Budget? Got it in, Sarah?
I did hit submit. Yeah, the budget that was sent to the committee was the draft budget. There were some minor changes as we went through. I'd like to send it to the committee a little early because of our municipal group and allow some time for feedback on that. But it is submitted through and we have some time where we are working through with the finance department. And so as the committee reviews the budget, if there are any questions or concerns, again, Chair Zay and I are available to answer those and we will take that time and explain what was submitted. Our base budget is a maintenance budget. Most of the capital items listed in the base budget are for maintenance of our existing infrastructure. Many of our facilities are needing some infrastructure improvements or maintenance. The only other major capital items are vehicle purchases per the county's vehicle plan, as well as grant funding opportunities. And so we do put in funding for flood prone property buyouts to match FEMA grants where applicable, as well as funding for FEMA grants related to any kind of major infrastructure or infrastructure improvements. And so that's the budget in a nutshell.
Seems simple. Well, and a lot of that capital, we have been putting money away for years though, too.
Correct.
In our reserves for some of that. So like the pumps at the quarry and other places and, things start to wear down. When we did that, I had that firm come in and take a look at all of our capital and where they were. That was part of it to know what kind of repairs we needed and how soon. So. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. Any other new business? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn? Moved by Member Brummel, second by member Garcia, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.